let's go ahead and get started. If somebody jumps in later, that's fine. So before we go on, it looks like everybody's mics are muted. Please keep those muted. And when if you have any comments or something, you can bring it up. You can unmute it also. So just kind of a quick thing here. Also, if you're not on a computer of some type, some kind of device, including a tablet or video, you're going to have some. You're not going to be able to see everything we're doing, but you're more than welcome to listen. We're going to step through the process of making the connections, and then it's a multiple step process. We sent most of you guys a document already. If you don't have access to that, that's okay. We are also putting it online so you can download a Acrobat PDF file. And then we're also going to be we're recording this, so we're going to be posting this on our YouTube channel a little bit after the meeting, which it'll take a few minutes. So one of the key words of the day for every day during this whole process is not just this, is patience. So give us a little bit of time and we'll get all the information out to everybody. So let's go ahead and get started. So for those who don't know who I am, my name is Mark. I'm sorry, one more thing. On your screen itself, oh, my camera just went out. Well, that's not good. I wonder what's going on with that. There you go, it came back. I don't know what's going on with that. If you can change your screen name to your full name, sort of like Brendan or Rolando has. If you don't know how to do that, up in the right of your of the screen that has your connection, if you click the three little buttons, you'll see where it says rename. If you can do that for us, please. That makes it easy for us to communicate and things like that. So from there, excuse me, we're going to go ahead and go on. So my name is Mark Eli. For those who don't know who I am, I'm the manager for the college's IT department. And then Ernesto Bertadillo is on the line right now also. He's the assistant manager, and some of you may know Vanessa. Vanessa's not online because she's actually in class right now, but Vanessa Tintori, you may know her. You may have her in class. She's also our other regular IT staff member. As we mentioned, just a couple things here real quick. Just to point out, you need, so this, what we're about to do requires Firefox or Chrome. If you have a Mac, please don't use Safari. It's not compatible with this environment. Doesn't mean you can't connect to it, but you potentially are going to have problems. And if we know that you're on Chrome, we're going to tell you not to use Chrome. Well, we can't even support it. I'm sorry, Safari. So so just keep that in mind for the Mac users. Firefox and Chrome. Firefox seems to work extremely well. So that's kind of our recommendation, but Chrome should work as well. As you noted at the beginning, we should have a little Zoom chat up on the right. If you don't have that chat up, please bring it up because we'll be posting some information there. The very top item, Ernesto already has a link to the PDF. So if for some reason you're having issues getting to the link on the email, here's an alternative. We will also, when we upload this video to the YouTube channel, which we will provide you as well, the document, we'll have a link in the description for the document also. Also, if you have any issues related to this, connecting, anything else, instead of sending us individual emails, we just make it real simple. Send us an email to all three of us. That's myself, Ernesto, and Vanessa. Our emails are in the chat here. The document you have should also have those emails. And one of us will try to respond to you. And remember, the word of the day is patience. Depending on where we're at the time, so it may take us a few minutes to get back to you, but we'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Real simple. uh, excuse me. Also, one more thing. I'm sorry. We're going to do this again Monday at 10 o'clock. If you want to join just for a refresher, it's a pretty straightforward and simple process. We're hoping to catch some others who maybe not be in class. Everybody may be in Ibukun's class today, so everybody else, but we'll go from there. And just also keep in mind, this will be in effect until sometime in the end of the semester, and at some point, you won't be able to access the computer, but it will be after the semester is over with. We'll get to that point, and we can work with you individually on that if there's any issues. We don't have an exact date right now. We'll see how that goes. And then if you have the document in front of you, you can kind of step through this process with me that I'm going to be playing on my screen here. We will be assigning each one of you an individual computer. You don't have that information yet to remote access to. After this meeting, we will send you individually email communication based on the emails that were provided us to which is your computer, okay? So once again, patience, give us a little bit of time to get that all going. It may be a few minutes before we get each one of you an email out. And in that email, we'll have, once again, a link to the PDF. We'll have a link to the YouTube channel and all that information. Hopefully we'll get everything. So let's go ahead and get started so we're not wasting any more time. Does anybody have any questions? If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. One of the best things to do is probably to just type it in the chat, and we'll monitor that and address any questions if possible quickly. Just give us a few minutes.
Mark, can I get a second real quick?
Huh?
Can I get a second real quick? Those are questions. So you'll be able to, we're setting up so that way you guys can be able to remote into a machine and use projects from there. That's what this whole training is for, to be able to use the software on our machines here from your computer at home. So you'll be able to have it there, and you'll be able to basically download up to your cloud storage, however you guys want to. Basically, it's like we're setting it up to where you guys are basically here from your home.
To kind of expand on that a little bit, you won't be downloading Microsoft projects, which will not run on a Mac. You'll, as Ernesto pointed out, we're getting you connected to one of the computers in the computer lab, downstairs computer labs. So, and you'll see how that goes here in a minute. I know one of you has already got to the first step. So it's almost kind of like a two-step process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, or I'm going to share my screen so you can, and I'm going to step through the entire process so you can see it. So let's go ahead and do that. In a second when I get it come up there. All right, I'm going to share. So is everybody okay? Do y'all see, right now you're looking at the website for UTSA CACP VDI, right? So if you have any issues seeing that, let us know in the chat. And excuse me, and we'll go from there. What you're seeing is, like I said, our website. If you didn't know we had that, this is here. There's some README information here for COVID-19 related just to us. Resources, I don't know, most of you may not have even used this site. There's a lot of information on here as far as computing, like getting computers also, and our recommendations. So we're going to go from here. So we follow the document. We see that we go to a particular website. And also, please understand, we put this document together really, really fast. So if there's any typos or functionally it works fine. It's not a very clean document. So you would actually, just to your web browser, your Firefox or your Chrome web browser, you would just put that link in. Step one. So you just go to that link. So when you go to that link, you're going to get a screen that looks like this. It's going to have a little F5 up in the corner. And then a username and password. In that username and password, and actually I forgot one little thing here to bring. Oh, there it is, my usernames. So in my, you should see, it should say F5, secure login for F5. Username. Now that username would be your UTSA network ID, your ABC123 as everybody calls it, and then your UTSA passphrase. Now I'm going to put a user in here that is just a test user. So that's I want to use that. That allows me to view it similar to what the student's going to see. So you just put your ABC123, your passphrase or password, and click login. We strongly discourage you to save your password. So I'm going to say don't save. Now what you might see is just a slightly different than what you're seeing. What we're looking for is the student general. So any other links that's on there, like you probably see the SAS or SAS. You may not see some of the others. General, student general is what you're looking for, okay? Now when you click on that, it's going to come up to here. Now you're going to see something. There's going to be one additional screen that you may see. I didn't see it because I've already logged into it with this account, but you may get a select client dialog box, and you should get one actually. You want to pick the middle button, HTML5 client. Pick that, and then once you select that, it should automatically log you in. Now, if you get another prompt that says put your username and password in, that's asking for that, go ahead and do it. But you shouldn't. It should automatically pass you through. But you know, sometimes technology doesn't work exactly like we think it should. I haven't seen that happen yet, but that's where we're at with that. So if you once you get to this screen is the first step. This is called a video desktop interface, or as it's more commonly known, acronym is VDI. You'll see it even mentions it right here. This is not on one of the CACP computers. You are on what's called a virtual environment that's acting like it's a computer with Windows on it. This screen, for this exercise, you're not going to be doing anything on this screen. This is the first step to get to the UTSA network. You are actually in the UTSA network right now, like you're in the building, logging into one of the computers here. Except this isn't our computer. So if you're following along, is everybody good? I don't know if you're following along with us. If you're following along, you should already be at this spot, right? If you're having any issues, please let us know in the chat, but you should be here. What's really important, even though for this exercise, you're not going to be using any of these applications. Whatever you do, as you'll notice right here, always take note of this. Remember, this desktop won't save. So if you save on this desktop any file, as soon as you log out, it's gone. So always make sure you're copying anything you're working on to, if it's in this interface, to online storage, whether it's OneDrive, you student OneDrive, Google Drive, whatever you may be doing. And then, so is everybody good at this point? If you're not, just say so. You can actually mic in real quick. So for those who are following along, So at this point, you're not on the CACP computer in the computer lab, right? So you want to get on the computer in the computer lab. From here, you click on the little Windows button on the far left, or you can click on the search. This is actually the best way to do it. Click on the search. When you click on the search, you want to start typing the word remote, okay? You don't have to type anymore. As soon as you see remote desktop connection, not settings, but connection, remote desktop connection, left click on it once. You'll get this little dialog box, all right? And this little dialog box is remote desktop connection dialog box. Right here where it says computer. This is the important part. Once you received your assigned computer, you will type that assigned computer. It may not be exactly like this. So this, what I'm typing in here now is not necessarily your computer. So when you get your email, you'll be typing it in here. It's not case sensitive. Your username should show up here. And really that's all you should have to do here at this point. At this point, you'll just click connect. You don't know what your computer is. So at this stage, we don't have that information. So you'll get an email with this information. So at this point, just kind of follow along. If you're in this spot, you're good. You've already made the connection that you need to make, the first step. The second step is just this step. And right now, most of you won't be able to do that. We're just going to click, but I'm going to click connect now so you can see what it looks like. We'll click connect. This will jump up a little Windows security. Enter your credentials. It should have your ABC123 in here, correct? And down here. And you'll type your UTSA network ID or your passphrase in here. So that's in there, and then you just click OK. So now you should start seeing something that looks recognizable, correct? If you log in any UTSA Windows computer, this should be here, and click OK. And there's another computer signed in. That's okay. Normally, you're not going to get that. If you get that, then you probably will let us know, and we'll take a look at that. That was an anomaly. We were working on this computer yesterday. So you're in this computer. There you go. For those have logged into UTSA Computer Lab computers, this should look familiar. We had the running chicken here, the orange running chicken, and all computers. For the CSM students, you may not have all this software. If any of this pops up, just close it. Remember, the first time that you log in, it may take a couple minutes for your profile to create. So patience. Once it all comes up, you'll see these windows. You'll see these. This is what it looks like in the downstairs computer lab, right? So all the other software you need is in here. Adobe, if you need this, if you don't have it installed on your local computer, there you go. Creative Cloud, Autodesk. Many of you are going to be using Revit. There it is. I'm not going to start it because, as we all know, Revit takes a little while to start up anyways. Just remember, the first time that you start it after you log in for the first time, this will take a few minutes to start up. And construction science, for those students that are going to be using on-center takeoff and quick bid. Now, if you have a Windows computer, you don't need to connect into this. You send us an off-site email and we can get you access to this on your personal computer. You don't really need this just for getting on-screen takeoff and quick bid. Also remember, your faculty members, for those who are using this software at the beginning of the semester, provided you a document with how to set it up. I'll go ahead and start one of those. I'm not going to go through the entire process, but remember, it asks you for to set up the license. So if you don't have that document, please let us know. We will provide it to you, or we might make it available on as a PDF on our website. So I'm not going to activate it right now. You should be familiar with this screen at this stage. Cancel and exit. Register later. We're going to close out of that. So that's on screen. So it's all here. It's just like you're here on the just like you're here on the campus at this stage, and that's it. As far as this, Rhino's here. It runs. You're actually logged in on one of the computers in one of our computer labs. So let's go into the next step. Is everybody kind of lost now? And remember, we're going to give you your computers when we're completely over there. So I know you're probably not seeing exactly what we're seeing here, but we will send those out as quick as possible. And we're going to be available for quite a while. So if you have any issues, you should be good. So when you're done, let's say you're done. So what you need to do here is click on when you're done, you need to step through a process of signing out, right? You would go over here into the left window and click the little window button. Don't do power. Don't shut down. Actually, you shouldn't do that while you're on campus also. What you want to do is you want to sign out. So you want to go up here to the little person, left click on that and click sign out. Okay? And it signs you out of the local computer automatically that you're logged into, the one in the computer lab that you're assigned. And then it returns you to this VDI, Video Desktop Interface screen. At this stage, there's really nothing for you to do here. You do the same step. You click the little window. You go to
do me a favor, can you sit here?
Go to the little person and you sign out again. And this will look a little different. You'll get this, it says disconnect, and just click close. Now, while you're sitting here, you'll still see the student general right here. If you say, oh, I forgot to do something, you can just click on that. When you're done, you just can exit out of the browser. In this case, I'm just going to click home. And then that's it. So is there any questions at this point? I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing my screen. If I need to get back into it to clarify anything, please let us know. I'm gonna click stop sharing so you can see my happy face. So is everybody good? Are y'all lost? I know it's quick and dirty. I mean, it's really not that complicated a process. It's really simple. Just when you connect, you connect to the VDI, the UTSA VDI, then you remote desktop to the local computer. I think it's a pretty clean. Does anybody have any questions? If you have a question at this stage, you can just unmute your mic and ask the question.
Hello?
Yeah. Who am I speaking to?
This is Omar.
Hey, Omar, can you do me a favor? Up in your little window there, up in the top right, there's 3 little buttons. If you can click on that and put your full name in there, that way we know who we're talking to.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that.
No, that's okay. I know you came in after we started.
Yes. So I want to thank you first of all for this. Second thing is, so let's say my Mac, I have a USB. That's where I saved my on-screen, my OST2. And I don't have USB access to the Mac. What do I do in a scenario like this? And also, you're saying something.
Do you need a USB access?
No. I have a USB and my project saved onto a USB. and but my Mac doesn't really allow USB. Um,
So do you need USB access? You know, do you have an online storage like OneDrive for Business, your student, or
no,
or
yeah,
Google
that's the
Drive?
problem.
Hmm?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this mess to happen, so um, I would just go to the computer lab over there, and I was working on it. I
Nah.
just the USB.
Mark, you mind?
Yeah, go ahead.
Bye. Okay, so Omar, the best way to do this is you have, I'm typing in right now for, one of the options on my.utc.edu is OneDrive for Business. For students, I would say upload your files there. And then what you can do is on the computer, when you get it assigned, you can download them there, work on them, and then upload them back so you have them on cloud storage.
Okay.
Do you know how to do that?
Um, what you're talking about OneDrive, right?
Yes, exactly. Access, yeah, basically just save your files up to OneDrive, and then you can access them on your remote computer when you're basically when you do the VDI software.
Okay, I'll look into that.
If you have any questions, let us know.
Okay, thank you.
Is any other questions there? I hope everybody kind of get that. Remember, we're going to do this again on Monday. We're going to be sending out individual emails that will have some information. If you have any issues of any kind, just send us an email, and we will jump on as fast as we can, and then we'll go from there. So if there's no questions at this stage, it's either you're entirely confused or you just don't have any questions. So I guess if there's no questions, I mean, it was quick and dirty, I hope. Like I said, please let us know. If there's no other questions, we're kind of done here. Like I said, remember, we're going to send out another meeting request for Monday. If you want to rejoin that, please do so. And we're going to be around. All right. Everybody have a good day. Be safe. And we'll talk to each of you later.